Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It's another drama video, haven't done that in a while. Today we're going to be talking about a YouTuber who has been exposed, I put that in quotation marks, for doing YOLO stuff, and I just wanted to talk about it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. So the YouTuber Xrealm, I'll put a show on. I'll put a show on the screen because I don't know how to pronounce his freaking name. But this YouTuber made a video on October 12th, 2025 talking about the accusations of a fellow multi-cup YouTuber called Xrealm. I figured I'd go by each accusation one by one and give my own opinion about it. So you can check out his full channel and video. I'll put it in the description below. So Xrealm first starts off by saying these first accusations that allegedly Xrealm has done inappropriate conversation in front of minors. Ah yes, the cliche, the classic inappropriate talk with minors acute accusation. But not only that, he's also been accused with surrounding himself with staff who abuse their powers and privileges, and say quote vile and insulting stuff. Also, allegedly, he also abused his PvP leaderboard, whatever the hell that is. And then he goes on. Then the YouTuber goes on one by one, starting with the terrible staff situation, saying that although yes, he can't control what a staff says, that the staff should suffer the consequences. However, Xrealm doesn't do anything, apparently. Which I agree, it should be up to you as the admin of a server. It's not just Multicraft, but also Minecraft too. It should be up to the admin to control and make sure your staff ain't breaking the frickin' rules. Anywho, Xrealm then proceeds to show some evidence of one of the staff on the server, named Steven, saying a YOLO pretty insane stuff on what I'm assuming is Xrealm's Discord server, which I'll also put the screenshots of that on the screen. Although I do not know if it is on this Discord or if it is even a staff member for Xrealm, because it just looks like a random guy named Steven who's on what looks to be Discord, with no proof at the moment showing if Steven is an actual staff member for Xrealm. I feel like this part definitely doesn't seem that legit because he just got a screenshot of someone named Steven with no evidence showing that this guy named Steven is a staff for Xrealm. And I also asked him if there was any evidence in the Google Doc or portal info I should know about him, about the whole scenario. And he did heart the comment I put, but he didn't say anything. So already we have something that most likely is not true. But he then goes on to talk about the PvP leaderboard. Now, I do not know anything about this PvP leaderboard, but apparently, according to the YouTuber, that Xrealm should have been asking more people in the community what they thought about the thing. He then proceeded to show more screenshots of this incident. Now, I'll leave it up right here. Obviously, I'll leave all the screenshots up here for interpretation. Personally, I think it's kind of funny how something so unserious is in a video exposing Xrealm for some pretty crazy things, and for some reason, PvP stealing is in the video. Like, it's not really that big of a deal, especially compared to the inappropriate conversation in front of minors you said earlier. Why don't we talk about that first, instead of stealing a kit? It's so childish that you're over here whining about a kit you made getting stolen. Like, it's not that big of a deal, ain't it? He also went to ramble more about this dumb kit stealing thing, saying that it's rude, which I'm not going to sugarcoat it and deny it. It's a little rude, but come on, man, it's not that serious. Keep in mind the kit stealing drama, if you can call it drama, it took up a good chunk of the filming video. It took up a sizable chunk of the video, like almost most of the video. Like what? Don't we got some actual bad accusation to talk about? Should we get to that instead? But yeah, he does finally get to the third and final accusation, and he saved the wheel stinker for the inappropriate conversation with minors. He proceeds to give us another view of the images showing the proof, and it definitely does show some weird conversations. The only one I don't get him saying is "I love you" to a couple people being inappropriate. It doesn't seem like it was meant to be in an inappropriate manner. That's like if my mom were to come in here and say "I love you," and that would be inappropriate apparently. Which it's not. Someone saying "I love you" to someone doesn't always mean it's inappropriate. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he was saying it in an inappropriate manner. Although some of his conversation definitely is a little strange, and it definitely does lead up to some red flags. But yeah, it's definitely a little sus. We might have an imposter in the room with us. But back to the I love you thing. It's not bad to say I love you to someone, but in the context of this, it's definitely at least a little strange. Now, it's unknown if the people he's directly talking to are minors. Like, that's not a way to know, there's not really a way to know. But no doubt there are definitely minors that could have easily seen this conversation. But I do not know how you can assume that these people Xrealm's directly talking to are minors. I'm not sure, I don't think there's really a way to know that. Cause it's not like there's like a thing above the name tag saying that, hi, I'm 6 or something like that. He then says that apparently this is an occurrence that happens often. I do not know, since you only showed like a couple of cases of it happening. But either way, this is still very weird, and you also didn't even reply to my comment asking if you had more information about it, or prove it in a Google Doc or anything like that. You just heard it and then proceeded to kind of do a rundown of what he's allegedly done. Yeah, he then proceeded to do that. He then proceeded to ramble about kids again. I guess worse, went about the flipping kids stealing thing. Seems to be at the youngest part of the video. It's insane. Like, we get it, dude. Someone stole you and your friend's kit, and you're all boo-hoo about it. We get it. We get it. You seem to be more butthurt about that than the elephant in the room, aka the inappropriate conversation to in front of minors. And with that, that's all for his video. He does appear to have a slightly older video talking about Xrealm again, so maybe I'll check that out, or talk about it in reaction or something. So let me know if I should do that, and maybe react to the video I'm talking about here. Dive on stream. Now, a couple things I do gotta say before I go. Now, first, I gotta talk about the thumbnail in this video. The thumbnail is actually insane. The thumbnail is having Xrealm's avatar say he should kill himself. That is actually insane, dude. I understand that he's definitely weird, but that is just a saying to basically be saying that Xrealm should kill himself and plaster it out on a thumbnail for clicks. Like, that's just crazy. Another thing I want to talk about is that your video has a few holes. It's like Swiss cheese. It has some holes in it. Only instead of tasting good, this one's filled with bitterness. Now, what's insane to me is the fact you sit here whining about the kid stealing thing, when not only is it not that big of a deal, yet alone that big of a deal that you felt the need to include it in an exposing Xrealm video, and sit there and complain about Ekatara when his iPad gets taken away. Only yet screaming. Like, you spent the most time on that video talking about the kids like drama, more than the inappropriate conversation of Myers thing, which I don't know about you, but ain't that a bigger issue that should be explained more? And also, the surrounded by staff thing is the true Swiss cheese. Like, this has a other holes in it. First off, the screenshots of Steven, the actual staff member, there was no proof of Steven being a staff member at all. And you said Xrealm surrounds himself with terrible staff, and yet you only show Steven. And Steven doesn't even seem like to be a staff in the first place. You just showed him saying those things and no proof of him being a staff. And he's the only staff you show, despite you saying Xrealm surrounds himself with terrible staff, who abuse power and privileges, apparently. And you also said that, apparently, this is an often occurrence that Xrealm has talked to inappropriately to minors. And you only show a couple times it happened in the screenshots. This story is like an almost complete story, only some of the words are erased off the page from existence. Well, that's about all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, maybe. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section, and should I react to the other video that he made? And should I also do like a live stream on it and just cover about Yive or something like that? Let me know. And with that, I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys!